All fastballs so far from Jimmy Key. When you're hitting those kind of locations, there's no reason to go to anything else. He's going to try to cut one inside here.
And Vizquel lets it hit him, so Omar will trot down to first, and the Indians with a first-inning base runner.
I think you call that properly, too, Joe. Let it hit him because he did not appear to get out of the way of the ball. Of course, that ball, when it's right there, at that part right at the left shoulder, the lead shoulder, it has a tendency to freeze a hitter.
So Vizquel on at first with one out here in the first for Manny Ramirez, who has not had a good postseason, hitting only a .125. 2 for 5 in game 1 of the division series with the Yankees, 1 for 19 since.
Bob, I think your point about Manny Ramirez was well taken. If Jimmy Key pitches Ramirez the same way he pitches Biff Roberts, Ramirez is going to get him and hit it hard.
Pitch out from Chris Hoyles right there. You can see Vizquel dancing around at first base, and Rafael Palmeiro with that very unusual style of holding runners. He many times will come up in front of first base. He'll come off the bag with the runner. And you see him wandering off there along with the runner. Jimmy Key with a very good pickoff move.
Keeping it away, and a count 2-0.
In a way, he can use that positioning to decoy the runner. When Jimmy Key brings that right leg up in the air, Palmeiro was breaking back towards first base and actually froze Vizquel on that pitch.
He actually assists Jimmy Key in his pickoff move.
And a check on Vizquel, who stole a career-high 43 bases during the regular season.
You're the base runner at first base. You not only have to look at Jimmy Key, you have to look at the first baseman, too.
Jimmy Key's got a variety of moves to first base. He's a very crafty pitcher out there, and he knows the value of that pickoff move, not only to pick guys off, but to hold runners close.
3-0, the count on Manny Ramirez, and Jimmy Key is working his way into first-inning trouble.
Well, this is Jimmy Key's normal delivery to home plate. You can see he hangs that leg up in the air, tries to freeze the runner at first base. He will step towards first on one pickoff move very deliberately, very slowly, and then another time he will come down very quickly with that front leg and snap a throw over to first base.
3-0, the count on Ramirez, taking 3-1. On deck, the cleanup hitter, Matt Williams.
Dangerous situation right here. 3-1. Probably will come in with a fastball. Location very, very important right here. We talked about this before. I don't think this is a running situation. I think a guy who's as good a hitter as Manny Ramirez should be allowed to choose a pitch instead of having the extra distraction of watching the runner out the corner of his eye.
3 balls and a strike on Manny Ramirez. Into center field, well hit. Brady Anderson at the track at the wall. He won't get this one. Manny Ramirez, a 2-run first-inning home run. And the Indians jump out in front here in Game 2.
Well, Ramirez hit the ball to right center field last night in the first inning. That Brady Anderson climbed the wall, made the great catch, saving a home run, but not even Brady Anderson can climb up that high. That ball was a towering drive to center field.
And Omar Vizquel was not running. Ramirez had a chance to choose his pitch, and did he ever choose it properly?
Fastball out over the plate, allowed him to extend his arms. That's his strength, is going from center field around to the right field corner. When he tries to pull the ball, he's going to get in trouble. You see a defensive chart in the Baltimore dugout. What they want to do defensively, depending on the count and the hitter.
They can't defend that either. Matt Williams, a base hit to left field. A hit batsman A home run, now a single, and Jimmy Key has had a rough first inning.
You see the ST, that means straight away. For instance, for a guy like Sandy Alomar, they will be playing him straight away, and a pitcher tries to pitch to the defense. Obviously, your defense and your pitchers have a pretty good idea about what that chart means, how to pitch, how to defend.
And the SLOPP would probably mean slightly the opposite way or slightly to pull for
Right.
PULL, obviously. Maybe later in the count they will adjust accordingly depending on what pitch is going to be thrown.
Now David Justice 1 on 1 out here in the first inning. Indians looking for a big first inning in support of Charles Nagy, who will be on the mound in the bottom of this first.
Now, all that information is entered into a very expensive computer, and then a coach stands up on the top step with a towel.
Williams running, got a great jump and steals second. He stole 12 during the regular season. That's his first in this postseason.
Prior to this season, his high for steals was 7. So Matt's not only getting stronger, he's getting quicker. He had to read something off Jimmy Key then. Key lifting up that right leg. Matt Williams took off. He went to the plate, and Williams has his first postseason stolen base.
Now it's second with 1 out, and Justice is drilled on the front hip. Second hit batsman of this first inning for Jimmy Key.
Well, he was trying to sink a fastball inside to David Justice and got it way in there, clipped him on that right thigh.
The reason that they don't play totally straight away is they want to see where the catcher sets up to give themselves an extra jump.
0-2 to Alomar. The opposite way, tough play for the other Alomar. And the short hop picked up by Palmeiro, 2 gone. Sandy to Roberto, and a terrific play by Roberto to his left, 2 out.
Watching this Baltimore team make great defensive plays is nothing new. Roberto Alomar raging far to his left. That's no way to treat a brother. Come on.
That's the play they used to have in the front yard of their house down in Puerto Rico.
Nice pickup by Rafael Palmeiro at first base at the end of that play.
The runners did move up to second and third. They're there with 2 out here in the first inning, as Tony Fernandez digs his way into the batter's box. Hit 11 home runs during the regular season. Does have 4 RBIs in this postseason, but just 2 out of 11. Looking for that key 2-out RBI hit. Strike 1.
He with a lot of fastballs in this first inning. I really thought that they would go more to breaking balls and change-ups, especially through the middle of the Cleveland order.
Well, again, the speed of Omar Vizquel affects teams in different ways. The pitch out and then the change up. He is in the hole to Ramirez. It's 2-0. Then he misses with the 2-0 pitch. And on the 3-1 pitch came the home run.
That's a ball. Outside, 2-1.
Very difficult for a team to combat the stolen base with a power hitter at the plate. Ball behind him. Run the risk of a long ball.
Runners at second and third, 2 out here in the first inning, and Fernandez comes up empty, 2-2.
Chases this up the ladder fastball. Just let him right out of the strike zone, up and away. Fernandez with a very defensive swing. Now he will definitely have to fall into a defensive mode up there at the plate.
That clipped Fernandez, I believe. It gets away from Hoyles. Now the home plate umpire finally calls dead ball. The signal that Fernandez was indeed hit, and the runners will return. It'll be bases loaded, 2 outs, and that's 3 hit batsmen here in the first inning.
We don't have that in front of us, but that's got to be some kind of postseason record. 3 hit batsmen, first 7 hitters.
And this one on a breaking ball from Jimmy Key. Tries to snap off a slider on the inside part of the plate and flips Tony Fernandez on that back leg. A little confusion initially. Nobody was really quite sure around home plate, but home plate umpire Jim Joyce took a look to the third base umpire, Larry McCoy, and I think Larry McCoy signaled to him that yes, indeed, it did hit the batter. You see it clip him on the right knee.
Matt Williams, of course, taking no chances, but once the ball hits the batter, the ball is dead and runners cannot advance.
And a visit from Ray Miller, the pitching coach, out to talk to Jimmy Key, who's huffing and puffing through this first inning. A hit batsman, a homer. A single, a hit batsman, a ground out. A hit batsman. And now with the bases loaded, 2 out, it's going to be up to Kevin Seitzer to make this a huge Cleveland first inning.
Then you heard Steve Lyons talking in the pregame show that Kevin Seitzer was in the lineup because he's a good opposite field hitter tonight. Great situation for him to break this game open early.
What that tells you is he didn't have many hits during the regular season. He will spread them around, bases loaded, 2 out, and he takes ball 1.
Seitzer straight away adjusts slightly opposite field.
Play him straight away in the outfield. Pick off play and they nearly got justice.
A lot of times when a guy is hit like David Justice, his leg's still sore. He gets a little bleed off of second base. You try to pick him off, playing on the injury, and it was very, very close. Watch Alomar. Very close.
That was a timing play. You could see Chris Hoyles drop the catcher's mitt. Jimmy Key goes into a stretch position, never looks at second base. The key to the play is Chris Hoyles timing Roberto Alomar's break to second. He drops his catcher's mitt. Key turns and throws.
Now 2 balls, no strikes on Seitzer. And Jimmy Key, who lasted only 4 2/3 innings in his divisional start against the Seattle Mariners, was a loser in game 3. Has to come into Seitzer with the bases loaded, 2 out here in the first and 2 runs already home. And he can't. It's 3-0. The numbers for Seitzer with the bases loaded. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, 3-1. Got Kamenecki getting ready for the Orioles in their bullpen. Seitzer tanking again, full count.
That, by the way, is a postseason record. 3 hit batsmen in 1 inning. Wow.
With the runners going, Seitzer fouls it away. Charles Nagy hoping for more here in the first inning with the Indians already leading by 2 on a home run by Manny Ramirez. The runners will go again. And Jimmy Key avoids a tremendous first inning with that strikeout of Kevin Seitzer. That swing produced the only runs in the first.